Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SDRL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. So this one obviously got beat up quite a bit today, gap down, and then the price just continued to sink, and I think the company put out something basically saying our stock is worthless. But if you've traded long enough, you know that sometimes things don't make sense, and then price action just acts a certain way. So you would think that going forward, this thing is headed straight down to zero. But like I said, if you've traded long enough, the market doesn't quite work that way. And, now am I saying that this thing's for sure going to get some epic dead cat bounce? I'm not saying that. There's no such thing as a guarantee, but still worth watching, especially when stocks start to get, more volume like it had today, and, worth keeping an eye on. Along with that, if you, don't know how to do stop losses, or you refuse to honor stop losses, you're terrible with risk management, or don't even know how to set up a trade plan based on risk control, then these are definitely not the charts for you. But like I said, they can produce some decent sized movements. So I want to just map out a couple levels of support and resistance. So the first level of support that stands out, and that'll be revealing, is right here around 67 cents. If this, late day movement here is the start of something bigger, then I'm assuming I state the obvious when I say, well, the price is going to need to start to make progress forward. And going back to the range where it was, and I'm defining quote unquote going back, is anything below 67. If it goes below 67, well, now it's essentially back to where it was in these low portions. Whereas if the price pulls back here, bounces around, and then heads back up, well, at that point in time, you have some stair steps starting to form. You'd have a set of lows right there. You'd have that set. If you picture those as stair steps, well, then, hey, they're starting to head in the upwards direction. And that could be a sign that, maybe the bulls are trying to put something together. Again, if the price goes down to 67 and the price just crashes right through it, well, then obviously, this late day upwards price action here didn't really have any sort of true power behind it because the price is no longer progressing forward. Now, in the event this does have some true power behind it, let's talk about a couple areas of resistance. Next key battleground that I'm curious to see how the price reacts around, if it can get up around there, is going to be that 83 cent level. You can see there's a history of some previous highs earlier in the day. So that'll be initial area of resistance number one. If the price can get up above there, and then more importantly start to get some closes above it, I think that'll really start to intrigue people and bring in that many more eyeballs. But one step at a time. First, it's got to maintain above 67 cents. And then if it can get up there to the 83 cent level, it's got to be able to battle through it. But no doubt about it, whole lot of volume in this one today, so we'll see how the rest of this week all unfolds. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey, Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.